This week on the 100K Footy Show, we preview round 9 of the AFL, and Jev, the pyramid is back.
It is my best pyramid of the season, the round 9 pyramid. And as always, we try and turn a crisp $10 note into $100,000 betting on the footy.
Absolutely. We got some new segments, Jev, clangers and bangers, and make sure you hang around the end. We have a little bit of a ramble on a Tuesday night.
You would never guess who has to rub Greek yogurt in their thrush.
Welcome back to the show that's hotter than Nick Dacos' finish. Welcome back to the show that shattered that we can't bet on Jake Waterman this week. The show that's hosted by a midget, a bloke with hands as rough as coal, and the Australian red-headed sumo wrestling champion. The show that loves meat margaritas, chicken salad sandwiches, and your mum in a sundress. The show that's waiting for a sponsor so we can quit our day jobs and finally do this full-time. Welcome back to the 100K Footy Show, where each week we get our big brains together and get a cool, hard, crisp $10 note, punting on the footy with a 25-leg multi and try and win the holy grail of $100,000. Boys, it is good to be back in studio for round 9 of football. Jev, how are you, my good man?
Yes, Das, that was a brilliant introduction. I am amazing after that. Das, a lady asked me the other day if I preferred breast or thighs. I said, I don't give a fuck. I'll eat ass if I have to. Yeah. And now I'm banned from KFC. Louis, how are you today?
Oh no, I'm fucking awesome, Das. I'm so happy to be here. Another crack at the 100K is all I asked for on a Tuesday night, and obviously the pod comes out Thursday. Das, I got my specs here. Obviously last week was a bit of I just couldn't see. So it just cost me, and you would have seen that. But got me specs here. Sam Draper, a lot of rumours floating around from Sam Draper that
he's been hot this week, hasn't he?
For sure, and it's helped me. It's helped me pick some legs this week, Jeff. So I fucking couldn't be more excited. But most importantly, Pyramid Week, Das.
Oh, it's huge. Cannot wait to get into that. Now, before we start, we've got some new silverware. Jev, for the table, what do we have here?
This is my 100 games trophy.
Fantastic. I didn't read that before. That was something good. That's great.
Pretty good. We might auction that off.
Apparently you can't get a game at the moment, not in the thirds.
No, I just can't get a game. Just can't get a look in. It's just too fat.
Oh, your midriff is massive. Last week, how'd we go? 13, did you say? I don't have the actual total.
We just had a shocker.
Dinner for two.
15 out of 27.
We had 15 out of 27 legs.
69%, yeah.
It's 69%. Dinner for two. Thank you. Good legs, bad legs. So we always try and review the multi. Let's go over our stiff legs first, boys, because they're never bad. They're always stiff.
So I had Nick the Lizard Blakey for 20. He only had 10. He had his first bad game of the season. So that's a stiff leg. LDU for 25. Only had 21. Jez Cameron for 2. Kick 0. Missed 2 of the easiest set shots ever. Harley Reid for 15 and 1. Didn't kick a goal, had 14 touches, and Noah Anderson for 25, only had 23. So I had a bad week.
Stiff though. They're all good. They're all good players.
Lou, your bad legs?
Liked what you said on Sunday Roast about Jeremy Cameron. Just sometimes greatness gets put on pause.
It has to.
He'll be back. That was awesome. Toby Green for 2, no goals. He's more out of touch than Sam McClure at the moment, isn't he, old Tobes?
Wow.
He's just, I think it's our fault. I think we need to relieve him from the multi. Let's take the pressure off the multi.
Oh, okay.
He's got a club to run.
Let him go and kick some snags.
It's not about the odds, it's about the game. So Max King for 2. Another one, we probably need to take the pressure off the multi. He only kicked $1.14 I was getting against North. And the forwards again, the Gold Coast forwards this week against North. The bookies are expecting them to cash in, and Maxi King just couldn't. And then Jimmy Cripps for a long time, Jeff, has he not come away without a snag?
Professional forward.
Only $1.22, so 3 pretty stiff legs.
He gave one away from our great man, Waterman, the Loosh. He had one, and then you should see how filthy he was when Cripps gave away an unprofessional free kick. My stiff legs boys, Lockie Whitfield, 25 touches for the first time in 14 games. He's actually gone under. But we didn't check the weather earlier. If we knew earlier, we thought this could be a 22-touch game, which it pretty much turned out to be. Libber for 25. He got knocked out about 10 times. Jed Walter and Charlie Cameron, the two teeth. We couldn't get any scoreboard pressure on in the Q class, which was an absolute mare.
Pineapple grapple.
Yeah, the pineapple grapple. Jev, good legs though. Let's quickly touch on.
Isaac Heaney goal. That's death taxes. Errol for 25. Freo to win at $1.50.
That was awesome.
The bet of the year, bet of the week. Sarong 25 and Marcus Bontempelli anytime, Lou?
Yeah, Tommy Papley anytime. What I say, 22 of his last game.
23 in a row now.
At the SCG, so that's a must next time you're at home. Maxi Holmes, 20 plus, $26, 31. So he, not in this week because it's obviously a Friday night game, but he's a mainstay in the 100K. Pizza Hut, Josh Treacy, 131166. His form line +4, so 131164.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Now the
awesome.
number he kicked. I had dollar fuck all. I don't know what I had last week. Aaron Norton for 2. Loved him. Naughtiness.
Cash.
Geez, I tell you what. We talk about how much him and Jamara spoil each other's footy. I reckon it happened 6 times on the weekend. He
Just
still
fired
managed
the
to
same
kick.
pill.
He kicked 2 anyway. But and then finally Ben King for 2. He kicked 3. $1.45 could have got for 2.
Fantastic. I had Jesse Hogan for 2, which cashed. Jez Cameron for 15 touches, which just got there. Bailey Fritsch for a snag. Kicks one every week. Boys, he's a
3.
professional
Got
forward.
there.
And Jake Waterman for 2 snags. I think he kicked 3 or 4 in the
Big
end.
mud
Probably
flat.
should have had 5. We absolutely love him in concussion protocols at the moment, so he'll be missing this week, unfortunately. Now, boys, it's massive right now because we're bringing a brand new segment. It's called Bangers and Clangers.
Bangers and
All right,
Clangers.
so let's review last week. Let's give some positives. So we've got a positive with the banger and a clanger, something that maybe just we need to clean up. The league needs to clean up. A player might need to clean something up. We're going to start with a positive, Jev. What was your banger of last week?
So I've got a few. So I've got
Oh, he's got a couple.
James Sicily, Hugh McCluggage, Josh Dunkley. I had him on my froth and bubble list last week. They all replied. They all hit form. They had their best games of the season, all 3 of them. So real happy for those 3. But my main banger, I want to give some love to Aiden Core. We are always harsh on Big Corey when he gets bags kicked on him, but we have to give him his flowers when he gives Max King an absolute bubble bath, squeaky clean, sponge washed and shampooed for Big Maxi. Aiden Core bathed Max King.
That's awesome.
So bangers for Corey. Well done, mate.
Well done,
mate.
Corey. We've given him our fair share. My banger is to Simon Goodwin.
Okay.
A long time he was sitting in the SEN offices, Dust. I don't have anything funny about this, but I just thought he deserved his flowers. Like, they were talking about the culture, the winning culture. He had to front up to SEN and Gary and Tim and talk about this drug problem. He comes out in round 8 and beats the Cats. I reckon it just goes to show it's pretty awesome. There's obviously a lot going on in the club, but they've been to 2 semi-final, a prelim, a flag, 3 of the last 4, and then they go out and beat the 6 or 7-0 Cats, whatever they were. So I reckon he deserves a lot of credit, Simon Goodwin.
That's great. Yeah, my banger this week, it was great to watch the Hawks. I was massive on them at the start of the year. They're undermanned. Sicily did his shoulder, did his ankle, knee in the back of the head. And when you're looking at a head-to-head, the fact the Hawks were $4.10, like roughies have been getting up, but a $4.10 underdog, for them to get up, that was awesome to see. I think it's really going to help that group going forward. So that was my banger of the week. That was my favourite moment. Jev, what was your clanger of the week? What's something that just made you quince a little bit?
Clanger of the week was the Hawthorn Football Club for taking a small forward and the littlest player in the draft to pick 5.
Not my man, Wiz.
That's a clanger. And the Richmond midfield. That was a bit of a clanger. They got pegged by Freo.
Yeah.
Freo's midfield gave them a pegging. So they were my 2 clangers of the weekend, Morgs.
How about the berating that James Sicily gave Harry Potter when he missed that goal, the handball? My clanger was the Suns, Das. Didn't they just wet the bed? Like, you got 80% of their premiership side already in the side. So Tim has already said that, and they just go out and put that performance up in the Q Clash, in the Pineapple Grapple. That has to be said, there was a win there for them.
And it was carnage. They had 2 ACLs, a calf, and a concussion, and Charlie Cameron rolled his ankle. It was fucked. They had none on the bench at the end, the Lions, and they just torched them.
And they just rolled them over. But luckily for them, they go up to Darwin, which is their Luna Park.
Yeah, they love it.
My clanger for the week, boys. Eric Hipwood must have worn his Honey Bardo little G-string again. For the 3rd week in a row, Hipwood has suffered from vaginal thrush. This has been 3 weeks in a row. So what I'm putting it on, it is the Brisbane medical staff. I mean, surely we have to put something on them. We know that they've had 5 ACLs over the past 12 months, which you can't control. But the fact that they saw that he had thrush 3 weeks ago and they haven't done a thing about it, he hasn't hit the scoreboard. Like, at least bring the pawpaw cream, the tea tree oil, even some Greek yogurt. We need some sort of lubrication for the Hipwood's hip crease. This week, I would love to see the Brisbane at least get some sort of moisturising around there, and love to see him hit the scoreboard and just give him some bonds. It's just giving him that Honey Bardo G-string. We need it out.
Oh my God.
We need Hipwood just to get out. Even some Greek yogurt, as I said, something.
He uses Greek yogurt to fix his thrush.
He's playing like Greek.
He's done it the last 3 weeks.
God plays like a Greek
come
yogurt.
on.
Doesn't he? He has to piss after your shag or something.
Yeah,
He's got a UTI.
But this is worse. Like, we saw on Rosie's scan, it came up like a nick, and then they're like, no, we're going to play him. He's had thrush for 3 weeks. Like, can we? There's a concern there. Either drop him back or give him some moisturiser.
Manage him for thrush, you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. All right.
fair.
Now, so that was our bangers and clangers.
That's an
boys.
awesome segment.
Well
I'll
done.
be back. Love it.
We might bring it back. We'll see. Now, boys.
Was the segment a banger or a clanger?
Will it come out? Is Prof and Bubble a
Let us-
chance to come
Let us know.
Now, boys. Last night, while Morgs and I were singing Call Me Maybe until 3 a.m. at Chinatown, we noticed Jev was missing. It's not until today we found out he met 4 men at the Rising Sun Hotel, dressed in trench coats, top hats, and outdated Doc Martens. As they feasted over cigars, caviar, and onion rings, they toiled and turned, they churned and burned that beautiful midnight oil. To paint a picture that is the rich tapestry, the greatest segment known to man, Jev's AFL player pyramid, the top 25 players in the AFL, round 9 edition, where only one man can stand alone at the top of the mountain as the best player in the AFL, while others quiver at his feet. Welcome, Jev's pyramid.
Awesome.
Oh,
Couldn't be
fantastic.
happier to have
introduction. So it is my player pyramid. The 21 best players in the sport right now. Pyramid form, 6 at the bottom, 1 at the top. We work our way up for the round 9 edition. From my last pyramid, out.
Yep.
Out of the pyramid.
Get him out.
Connor Rosie.
He's injured.
I'm a harsh judge. His last 3 weeks, he's had 20, 19, and 15 touches. He's injured now. He hasn't been a top 21 player in the comp, and now he's not playing footy anymore.
And a few losses in there as well.
He lost in there. He is out. Got to be harsh. Matt Rao. I'm sorry. There's only room for one Gold Coast Sun when they are so weak on the road, but are a juggernaut at home. I want to see Matt Rao do it on the road a bit more for me to have 2 Gold Coast Suns in my top 21 players. And this one breaks my heart.
I know.
Toby Green.
Oh,
His form just hasn't been good enough to hold his spot in the top 21 players. We all know how good he is and how much of a player, but he's only kicked 9 goals for the season.
Yep.
He's the reigning All-Australian captain. He's only kicked 9 goals a year. Hasn't been good enough. He's lost his spot.
He knows.
yeah.
He knows.
I think it's fair. He's too busy wiping his... Yeah, sorry, babies. Fuck, should say that.
What?
He knows.
Stiff.
Who's stiff?
Harry Mackay, Jacob Wettering. They've been good, but the Blues have lost 3 of their last 4, so I can only have so many in.
That's fair.
Yep.
Jake Waterman.
Yes.
Yes, he's cracking.
If he does it for 2, if he does it 2 more times, or the next 2 weeks, I know he's not playing. If he does it 2 of the next 3 weeks, he's back.
Equals second the Coleman.
He's been awesome.
That's awesome.
Max Holmes.
Yes.
He's been good.
Your
I
man.
don't know about pyramid good,
I
but
agree.
very good.
Contract.
Nick Blakey. He's 100% the All-Australian half-back right now. His form's been absolutely good enough to be in there. I just want to be too biased.
That's
And he
fair.
had 10 on the weekend.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
they're 10 on the weekend. So let's get into it.
I like
All right,
it.
here we go.
Here we go. Bottom row.
This is a lot of shuffling I'm hearing. I'm excited.
Sam Draper told us.
Lockie Neal, Tom Stewart, Sam Taylor, Noah Anderson, Lockie Whitfield, and welcome Isaac Rankin.
Wow,
Yeah.
Isaac Rankin.
Welcome Isaac Rankin. We all know he has all the makings of a superstar and a pyramid player.
Definitely.
But it's starting to come together. The Crows have won 3 of their last 4, and he's kicked 3, 4, and 3 in his last 3
Last goal
wins.
last week was incredible, Joe.
He's become their game winner. He's the reason they've started to win. He's turned their season around nearly on his own. I've given him that sort of last spot. Thought he's earned it. Isaac Rankin. And the other blokes are all having fantastic seasons. Would all be in the All-Australian squad of 40. Everyone knows how good they are, so just happy for those blokes. Next,
Tier.
Max Gawn,
Oh, wow, welcome back.
Pat Cripps, Sam Walsh, Charlie Curnow, and Tom Green. Welcome back, Max Gawn. I was way too slow to the party on Max Gawn this year. He's the All-Australian ruckman again. His season has been out of this world again. He's coming 4th in the coaches' votes. He's just a hell of a player. They're winning games. Max Gawn is back in.
Love it.
Welcome back, Sam Walsh. He's been unfucking believable for a player that's 1 win, 3 losses in his 4 games back. Pat Cripps and Charlie Curnow the same. They've been so good, and I can't get that GWS win out of my head where we were there. But that was their last win, unfortunately, in the last month. So they got to take a little bit of a hit. And Tom Green, I'm sorry you're this low. But the ankle injury, I can just tell it's going to slow you down for 2-3 weeks. I can just tell. They're saying he's going to play this week. I can't see it. They nearly snapped his ankle in half. Please prove me wrong. You know how much I love you. You know how much I rate you. I want you higher. But right now, I'm going to put you here because you only had 3 touches and got injured on the weekend.
That's fair,
and
Jeff.
it's fucking tough.
I know
It's
it hurts
tough. Next row. Jeremy Cameron, Zach Butters, Caleb Sarong, Chad Warner.
Awesome.
Zach
Great
Butters is
list.
just good every week. And he's gonna have to be even better now that Rosie's out of the side, out of the pyramid, and Warner in a bit of a slump. Jez Cameron, we can't all call him the best player in the comp 1 week, and then he just goes quiet, kicks 0 goals, cost the Cats the game the next week. The 2 missed set shot goals in the last quarter were shockers. His last 4 weeks, he's kicked 6 goals, then 0 goals. Then 5 goals, then 0 goals. A touch inconsistent to be higher on the pyramid in mine. Caleb Sarong is averaging 33 disposals. He's a very good footballer.
Very good footballer, Jeff.
He's having a hell of a season. And Chad Warner, my fucking boy.
Your
He's
boy.
coming third in the score involvements. He's averaging 25 touches and a goal for the team, top of the ladder. He was unbelievably good against the Giants in the wet. He deserves to be here.
No, that's fair. He's a good player.
Next, cream of the crop, the top 6 players of the AFL.
Here we go.
Nick Dacos, Christian Petrarca,
Yep.
Errol Goulden. We all know how good Christian Petrarca is. He just can't be any lower than this.
Yep.
He's too good. Week in, week out. He's just that sort
Gets
of
it
player.
done.
And Nick Dacos and Errol Goulden, you can't split them. Dacos has more disposals. Goulden has more coaches' votes. Errol's kicked 7 goals. Dacos has kicked 6. Their seasons have both been great. You look at their stats side by side, they are the exact same. Dacos has a few more tackles. Errol has a few more marks.
Yeah.
Errol has more wins. Dacos
Left foot, right foot.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Dacos kicked goal of the year. Errol's been kicking goals as well.
Yeah.
It's just
I love
they
it.
are identical. Their seasons lined up are identical. Next, Zach Merritt, Marcus Bontempelli.
well
Hey,
done.
Awesome.
Marcus Bontempelli is just fucked.
He's
Did anyone watch him against the Hawks on the weekend? 26 touches, 2 goals, the highest rated champion data game of the year.
Wow.
The first 31.5 game this season. He just delivers week in, week out, and the Dogs just don't come with him. He's so good at football. He's one player I cannot, nip his resume for how bad the Dogs have gone. He's too good at football.
Yeah, he's too good.
And Zach Merritt, you've done it, Bombers fans.
Well done.
You finally
Oh,
have a
mate.
player that's top 2 in the comp. He has been unfucking believable all year, and I can't deny it. He's had 3 perfect 10 coaches' votes in a row. 10, 10, 10 in 3 weeks.
10.
9 Brownlow votes. He's just been so good. He's second in the coaching votes.
Yep.
Second Brownlow favourite.
Yep.
And the second best player in the comp right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because top of the pyramid, once again, the best player in the AFL, Isaac Heaney.
Well done.
Nothing's changed. Still first in the coaches' votes. $4 Brownlow outright favourite. We haven't done this in 3 weeks. He's gone 28-1, win. 21-3, win.
What?
26-1, win.
What?
The best player on the best team and top of the pyramid. There's no arguments. Isaac Heaney.
Well done, Isaac. Fair to say, Jev, unbelievable work again. Well done to Isaac Rankin as well for coming
Massive.
into
Yeah.
the side. Max Gorn, I believe, was a well inclusion. He's been fantastic.
He's a
and
Out to level 5 too.
And just want to say a massive Zach Merritt.
That's awesome.
His season, eye test. We spoke about on the roast. You think it's either him or Bont is the AFL MVP. Like you take him out of the Bombers, like he's their most valuable player. He talks the best. He's been unbelievable.
He's like the Toby Green of last season. He would be the All-Australian captain right now if they were to name the team. He should have kicked 5 on the weekend, Darcy.
Yeah.
Against West. So he ended up with 3. He missed an easy one. He gave off an easy one, and he gave off a couple more. It could have been 5 or 6. It could have got huge.
That was brilliant.
Do we have any other questions?
I was going to say, if
Yeah,
anyone
okay.
had something that they didn't like, write in the comments, but no one will
Yeah,
disagree,
comments.
Jeff,
Everyone's
because
super stiff.
it's fucking...
I went through the teams. I went through the coaches' votes. I did everything. The player on the coaches' votes that is stiff is Harry Mackay, but you can't have 4 Blues in them and lost 3 of the last 4.
That's fair.
Who else is stiff? Like
Sicily?
Nick Blakey stiff.
They're coming at you
No,
with
James Sicily is not stiff. James Sicily will not find his way in this pyramid. I know Stephen May and Jake Lever are very good, but I can't just have them both in there.
Shea was close for a while there.
Shea
and
was
then-
close for a while. Jeremy McGovern's been fucking awesome.
Yeah,
so
that's
is Tom Barras. There's so many players playing well, but I think that's pretty clear the 21 best players in the comp. Max Holmes, if he does it for 2 more weeks, he can go in. Jake Waterman, if he does it 2 out of the next 3 weeks, he can go in.
Yeah,
Nick
just
Blakey's
because
close.
he's dominating.
Yeah.
Consistently.
If you dominate
Yeah.
consistently.
What's Paul Curtis got to do?
A lot. He needs to get another sleeve. All right, boys. So before we get into the 100K multi, we are going to. So usually we get into the weekend launch pad, which we usually go over the Thursday, Friday night games because they don't go into the multi, just so everyone has enough time to get on, listen to the pod. So we will be going over them at the end of the show. So we'll be spitballing those games. We'll just quickly touch on what they are. It's Carlton, Melbourne, Geelong, Port, Dockers in Sydney, which is going to be three massive games. So if you guys want to hang around for some spitballing multis, hang around for this one because it's going to be huge. All right, but the 100K multi starts now. We have about $10 on this, 25 legs, I think, 25 in total.
Yep. 25 in total.
To win $100,000, it starts for this first game. Hawks, Saints, Jev, what do you like?
Give me Max King to have breast milk in his water bottle.
Yeah, all
Sam
right.
Draper texted me the other day and goes, the runner runs breast milk out to Max King.
Wow.
And I just thought, that is just unbelievable news. So no legs for me in this game, just Max King to keep sucking tit.
Yeah, perfect.
Lou.
Oh, nothing for me. That's awesome.
I believe I got word. Don't have him. I don't have a leg for this game. It's the first one. Wasn't sure about this one. I'm pretty sure it's in Tassie. If Nick Watson kicks 2 goals, he's coming on the pod next week.
Jesus.
Nick Watson will be on the pod next week.
Yes, if he kicks 2.
If he kicks 2.
As much as he shits me and everything, I can see a bag of 5 coming.
Hey,
I can see a bag of 5 coming.
I just know because I read all the comments. I'm there with him this year, and
Darth, you have to back him for 3, 4.
oh, I will be.
It happens.
I couldn't last week because it's a sub. He'll be after that little defensive effort. He'll be definitely so. No legs in Hawks Saints. We're just going to sit back and watch this train wreck play out. Next game, boys. Bombers, Giants. This is huge. Like Bombers fans, can you solidify yourself inside the top 4, or are the Giants just going to do what they did to you guys last year and absolutely run a brick wall through
130 points at the end of last year.
Pants down, cheeks open, fist through. Continuous.
What's the Bombers' record like at the Igloo at the moment? Do they play well at the Igloo?
They beat the Giants last year by 7 points.
Jake Stringer kicked that torp
They
floater.
beat the Saints earlier.
Yep. Oh, so it's good.
Jev, first leg. What do you like?
Give me the local produce. Our man
Yes.
Finn Callahan.
He listens now.
For 20 touches at $1.36. Huge fan of the pod. We all know
massive.
He absolutely loves the pod.
Massive.
He's really lifted in Cogs' absence, where he's had 23, 32, and 23 his last 3 weeks. I reckon Tom Green will miss this week, or even if he plays, Finn will still get his midfield time. Pretty sure Cogs is coming back in.
Yep.
I think Tom Green is going to be touch and go. That ankle is fucked. So I don't think Finn's midfield time will take a hit, and he will get his 20 touches at $1.36. Lou.
Couldn't be happy that Cogs is back. So happy to get him back in the multi next week. Give me the quiet boy Andy McGrath does. Absolutely awesome. 20 touches.
She got us.
20 touches at $1.29 is too good. He's having a career year, boys. He's just signed a new deal. He's had 20 plus 4 games in a row. He's had 32 and 20 both times they played the Giants last year. This is just awesome. I couldn't believe $1.29 for 20 touches. The quiet boy, the great boy.
Love that. Now that just put on the Bombers, it's just reminded me. I just had it written. Draper.
Yes.
He's been tweeting. I saw this very quickly. He got rid of it. He said, so apparently since Nick Hines been dropped, he's elected to become a boundary umpire just so he can see what it's like to touch the ball a couple of times a game. And then deleted it. Very quick.
I reckon he'll still get subbed.
Like Nick Hines, like it's his only opportunity to touch the pill, apparently.
Did you see that meme going around the internet of the mother and Guinness, the Irish Kyle bomb? That is Nick Hines' favourite drink.
Oh, it's disgusting. Boys,
It's not Nick Hines'
I'm
drink.
going to go back to the well on this one. I feel he deserves a second chance. So Lockie Whitfield for 25 touches at $1.36. He went under last week for the first time in 14 games.
14 games.
Final.
He's a great player. We'd love to see him bounce back. Earlier in the year, under the lid against the Blues, he had 29. It was a bit rainy last week. I just don't think it was that game. Really good conditions. You think a bounce back game. Super consistent play, especially for multis. $1.36 is a great multi-starter. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, give me Binger Daniels anytime at $1.36. He's kicked 4 in his last 4 weeks. Kicked 3, 1-1 in his last 3 against the Bombers. Like David King used to, he just loves playing the Bombers.
Yeah.
He looks like Kingy. They both love playing the Bombers. Binger anytime, $1.36. I reckon it's golden, Lou.
That's awesome. Nothing for me, does.
Hey, this bloke's bigger than a Big Betty's burger. He's bigger than the Great Wall of China. Jesse Hogan for 2 goals at $1. Jesse Hogan, 2 goals, $1.58. This bloke's coming second in the Coleman. Round 23 last year against the Bombers, boys. He kicked 9. That's all we need to know. He kicked 9. This isn't a live show. That can be edited out. That's why I had a freak swing at it.
I don't know if I have to cut that.
Nah, it's good.
That's good. Matty
Matty
McLennan used to say it to us all the time at footy.
Go down. No one's paying us.
We'll go down with the well.
Yeah, may as well. So Jesse Hogan for 2 boys. Next game, we have Richmond and the Bulldogs at the MCG.
We'll be there, Das.
We will be there. Jev, any legs?
Booyah.
May as well.
Give me Marcus Bontempelli for 25 and a goal.
Why?
I'm getting $1.49 for 25 touches and $1.20 for him to kick a snag.
That's the
There's
bet.
so many reasons I love this league. One, who is playing midfield for Richmond?
Sonzi.
I correctly called that the Freo midfield would give them a bath last week.
You did, Jeff.
When they just don't have Taranto and Hopper. They just aren't good enough midfield. And the Dogs will have no Libba, so Bont will have to play more midfield time. He's going to get his 25. He's a goal-kicking beast. He's kicked 12 goals on the season.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So he's on fire, kicking goals. He's had 25 his last 3 games on the MCG, and he's kicked a goal or 2 goals in his last 3 games out in the MCG.
He's underrated Brownlow
and
season.
he kicked 3 and had 32 against the Tigers last time they played him.
Fuck, he's flying under the radar.
Well done, Jeff.
He's honestly having a fucking phenomenal
If he kicks
season.
30 goals,
Yeah, you
True.
got to...
35 goals, that's...
Brownlow was
fuck.
12 goals in 8 weeks. Let's turn it to 36 goals in...
It's a great leg. Great double leg. Jev, Morgs?
I spoke to Jev during the week, Das, as I usually do. Checked in with him, and he was talking about the Freo mids. It was like a trip to Smorgies for the Dockers on Sunday, was it, against the Tigers? It was like that Friday night dinner, Das, after you come home from school camp, and Friday night you just go ham. Sort of that the cab driver.
Apricot chicken or something at school
I
camp.
fucking hate that.
It's like when the cab driver refuses to go through Macca's, so you go home and you convince yourself a cheese and tzatziki toasty's good. Sort of one of those eating seasons. Sarong had 38, Brayshaw had 31, Young had 30. I say all that to say
Big
this.
Luke Ryan had 39.
Did he really? 39. Jackson McRae, let him eat, Das. 20 disposal, $1.17. No more, none of this fucking rubbish about being dropped. He's just having touches against his midfield.
20.
$1.17 for 20. I could have gone 25. Probably could have gone 30, really. But $20.17. Sam Draper said he loved it.
I love it. All right, boys, I'm going to bring it back. We love it. We'd like to do a couple times an episode, but who am I?
Love it.
Ooh, we love
Here's a good one.
it.
All right. I've played at 3 clubs. My name is Adam. I'd pay to give Josh Dunkley a reach around.
That's us done.
Any guesses?
Adam Goods.
No.
I played at the Swans. That's a good one.
Kent Kingsley.
No, this is Adam Treloar for 25 touches at $1.20.
Did not get that.
This is an untapped resource, boys. Last year at the MCG, he had 31. That's a tick. 2 times against the Tigers he played last year, he had 25 and 32. He's 100% in his last 10 games, averaging 31.6 disposals.
Wow.
You did mention no Libra in the side. He doesn't sometimes do a lot with it, but he does get his hands on it a lot. They still like those 1 or 2 first 2 touches from a stoppage. He either gets his hands on it, gets it, and gets it back. I think this is a great leg, $1.20, 25 touches, Adam Treloar, Jeff.
I reckon he's on, just for single bets, 35 and 40 watch.
For sure.
30, 35, 40 watch Adam Treloar this
Yeah.
week. He could go nuts.
Any others?
No more legs for me.
No more legs for me.
I've got one more. I've got Aaron Norton, naughtiness for 2 goals, $1.56. He's kicked half a dozen goals in the last 4 games. His last 5 games against the Tigers, he's had 5, 3, 2, 3, 3.
They got no one to play.
Tell you, Jeff, this is going to be like John Jones versus Hasbulla in a championship fight. That's what this is like. The Tigers defense has more openings than a Brazzers film set. That's how open this is. And naughtiness is just going to caress through.
Jordi El Nino.
So naughtiness for $2.56, boys. That's all we've got for this one. Next game, Morgs.
Adam Treloar, $2.75 for 35, $6.25 for 40.
A little short.
Yeah, that's all right.
That into Bont 2. Bont 3.
Yeah, I like that.
Jamara, 3 spoils.
Jamara to jump at Treloar.
Next
North
game,
footy.
big final. We're going up north, Jev. This is like the Suns' suit of armour. They put this on and they just run through sides. Absolutely balls to the wall. Suns versus North. This is a terrible matchup for North. I think they should move up there. Who do you have in this contest?
Give me Noah Anderson, 25 touches at $1.22. This game's in Darwin, so do you want the Darwin stats or do you want the Darwin Noah Anderson fun fact?
Darwin, Noah Anderson, fun fact.
Of course, I can tell you had 28, 26 and 2 wins in these 2 games at Darwin last year. Or I can tell you about how he used to be a croc hunter and work with Matt Wright, the croc guy from Netflix, on his school holidays. Yep, Noah Anderson on school holidays would fly to Darwin, capture a few wild crocs, and then skin them. And that is why in Darwin he always wears croc skin footy boots.
Does
so
he?
look out for the TV. He'll have his croc skin footy boots on, little green, little croc-ish, and you will see Noah Anderson in the croc skin boots. Lou.
Cock and bush. I got a who am I for you, Das?
Oh, here we go.
I am a dynamic small who pound for pound might be as electric as anyone in the comp. I went pick 35 in the 2021 draft, but I only dropped to 35 because I got COVID during the week of the draft and couldn't meet with every club. You look back now and it's clear he should have gone higher. My nickname at the club is Gear Stick and my missus walks with a limp.
It has to be lamb chops, doesn't it?
Is it Paul Medhurst?
It's very close.
It's chops. It's Eddie Lamb chops full.
Has to be.
It has to be the chops.
It's Paul Curtis.
what?
My man, his form is impeccable. The only time I haven't bet on him, and I wanted to bet on him so bad he didn't kick a goal.
How big's his lightsaber?
Oh, they say a foot.
It's like a kickstand, yeah?
It's a gear stick.
He just...
Permanently in sixth gear. He kicked 2 last week. I just love this man so much, and I haven't
Sixth
had the
gear.
balls to fucking bet on him, but now I do.
Well
Paul
done.
Curtis,
Got the
$1.30.
knackers.
I'm just going for a stock standard where it's dewy, whether it's just a bit slippery. You got to put your head over a little bit more, Jev. Head in the casserole. This man eats bricks, has a brick as a pillow, eats grass. You'd probably be eating the grass up there. Matt Rowell, 20 touches, $1.35. He cooked so many multis last week, Jev.
So many.
So many multis.
He was
At
dog's ass.
TIO Stadium, though, Jev, this is like taking candy from a baby. The last time Matt Rowell played at TIO Stadium against the Roos, he had 25-1.
Perfect.
That's all you need to know.
That's fair.
25-1. Who's going to stop him? Oh, actually, him and George Wardlaw is going to be
Oh.
some incredible. That's an incredible contest.
It's gonna go
be like him and Libra at the start of the year.
Yeah, they're gonna
both just going to
clang
get
and
their
bang.
own. So Matt Rowell, 20 touches. If you love him, I think it's time to get him back in your multis. $1.35.
George
Jeff.
Wardlaw was awesome last week. I just want to see what he pays for 20. We should nearly have him in the multi. Lou, you got another leg?
Give me the Suvlaki just for $1.13. So it doesn't pay a lot, but I actually...
That's Nick Larkey for the casuals.
Am I the only one that likes the North plus 43.5?
Yes.
43.5.
Yes.
Who's playing on Larkey, Zerha, Wardlaw, Curtis?
Gold Coast players.
No shit.
Nah, 43.5.
43.5 is heaps for $1.90.
How much did they lose to the Saints by last week?
Like 50 points.
Yeah, they're dog's ass though.
Have we not thought though that maybe North like the Jew as well?
They don't.
I'll tell you.
You know.
They hate it.
I'll tell you
They hate football.
how I'll know if they're going to cover the line or not.
Tell me.
Jaden Stevenson, well, if he plays, they won't cover the line. If he doesn't play, they will cover the line.
That's fair.
He's one of the worst AFL players I've ever seen.
Oh,
Come
Jesus.
on. Come on.
Jeff,
one's
do you have
listening.
any
You
more
can't get a
legs?
game for the threes.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, you're right. Me and Steve-O. no more legs from me.
Oh, that's great. All right, so we've got...
When will we know if he's in, by the way? Thursday?
Oh,
Yeah.
you can bet on him.
We should know soon. I've been telling you boys for a long time, get on Zach Fisher for 30 touches because he's absolutely
Yes.
cash. I didn't get on him last week, but I wish he did because
I
it
wish he
is
did.
now time for the most lucrative segment in all of sports. This is the 100Ks Gold Rush.
Thank you very much, guys. This fucking excites me, this segment. I've been posting it on the Instagram as well, so people can see the really good bets, but some super gold. 20 touches. Let's start it off. Tom Barassi, our man. He's
Oh,
thick
the
as
size of
anything.
him.
Is that 2 weeks in a row?
2 weeks in a row. This time for $21. You could have got him for 20 touches. On to 30 disposals. Zach Fisher paid $9.25. Blake Acres, the contest star, just gets to contest. $8.50. On to 35. Dane Zorko, $29. You could have got for 35.
That's
Pops
awesome.
up again. You wouldn't believe it. As you said, Jeff, Lukey Ryan had 39 for 35. You could have got $21. But the be all and end all, this is probably one of the biggest of all year. Zane Dorko. 40 disposals at $41, Das. Cash, check, savings or credit.
Fill your pockets.
Unbelievable.
That's
Wish we had
heaps.
it. Sicily onto the goal. Sicily kicked 1. Can get him at $8 now. Could that be worth a look this week with this bad shoulder? Might go back down to forward.
He's
Don't
not
know. For 2,
He's
Hayden
not
Young.
playing. Is he?
Sicily.
Sicily.
No way. Why not?
Oh, he's fucked. He's just running out the game. I'll be surprised if he plays this week. I hope he does.
Check in with that. 2 snags. Hayden Young for 2. Could have got 21. And then Jimmy Rowbottom, Jevy. $15 you could have got for 2. That's an
Kick the
awesome
first
bet.
as well.
My man Zeke Merritt for 3. $67 stars.
for 3. That's
Connor,
heaps.
Connor McDonald, $23 for 3. And then finally, we wanted him for 5, Jev, because we had a little sprinkle on that. But just for 4, could have got $23 for Will Hayward. Kick 4 in the wet. Could have had 5 and probably should have.
Mr. City.
That is the most lucrative segment in sports. So that's what we weren't on, but wish we were.
What could you get Jaden Stevens as 6 disposals at 140 metres game? Nothing.
$15. That would have been big. All right, boys, next game. So this is starting off on Mother's Day. Happy mums to everyone out there. Make sure if you don't have your mum something,
Happy mums.
get her a sundress.
And send us a photo.
Yeah. Put the camera on the floor. Let's go, boys. Pies and West Coast. This is in the Igloo, Morgs. I wonder what the weather's going to be. I love your mum. Bobby, no, that's my league. Jev, who do you have? What are you doing with your mum?
You to go to hell.
How is your
Going
mum?
sundress shopping.
I helped your mum the other week.
Give me Harley Reid anytime at $1.76. Does Harley Reid kick one goal in his first game in Melbourne on Mother's Day in front of all his family and friends? Surely. Surely he kicks a snag on Mother's Day. First game in Melbourne. He didn't kick one last week. You just know he'll be up and about, going head-to-head with Dacos. He'll want to dominate in front of his family and friends. It's Mother's Day. He's in Melbourne. Yep. He's number one pick. He's just kicking a snag.
Do you think he wants to put Dacos? He's got a little list of people. He's like, fuck you, I want to put you on your ass.
He did to Errol. He did to Isaac. He did it to Fife.
Merritt.
I reckon Dacos is in the gun.
Dusty,
Dusty, he did the little fend off.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah, he'll be in the gun. They will go head to. You'll see him go head to head. It'll be a sweet photo. So give me Harley Reid for a snag. $1.76 is awesome.
That is
awesome. Speaking of Mother's Day, Mrs. Dacos.
Colleen.
Is it really? Colleen Dacos. She'll have a delightful Sunday. Nick
Colleen.
Dacos does. I saw him kick goal of the year right in front of me.
Right.
For a night until Bailey Fritsch took it because Sid's probably goal of the year. So happy with his value though. $1.27 just for one. Kick 2 there in round 17. Kick 1 there in round 11. So he loves the Igloo. He's only got 2 games to go by because the Pies don't play there often. But all I need is one snag in the Igloo on Mother's Day in front of Colleen. $1.27.
Beautiful.
I fucking love it.
Sell
1
it.
in 25 club.
Sell it.
1 in 25 club. I
Sell
love
it.
it. He's going to have what? He's going to have 33, 34.
Yeah.
So I
He
mean,
will.
25 is pretty easy. What do I get for 25?
Not much,
Dunno.
but it's a
$1.14.
moral.
Welcome to the 25 club.
25 and 1.
25 and 1 club.
So
Welcome.
I've got Bobby Hill, Bobby Dazzler for 2 goals under the lid at $1.69. Now, the reason why they have the lid closed is because they're really weird with the seats. They don't like them getting wet. They hate them getting wet. But Bobby Dazzler's going to be out there showing up in front of all the mums. So apparently it's a BYO towel game.
Jesus.
So all the mums have to go sit down on a towel because Bobby Dazzler is going to be doing some naughty, naughty things. They're going to be calling it the Wet and Wild. That's what they're going to be calling it, Morgs.
This is our last show.
Bobby Hill for 2 goals. His form under the lid, I just checked, he's horrendous, but it's all right. We need him for 2 goals.
No, I like him too. I like
yeah, Jeff, any others?
Nah, that's it for me on this game.
Any others, Morgs?
Nothing from me.
Beautiful. All right, we're coming into the final game now. Adelaide Lions, Adelaide Oval. This is huge, boys. This big same gamer. There are some monstrous legs in here, and we have one white whale here that we absolutely love. Jev, anything in this
I'm
contest?
just going to start with Josh Dunkley for 20.
Yep.
It's bloody short, and it should be. Yep. It's 100% its last 5. He answered the call last week. He's back. I'm just going to start with Josh Dunkley, 20 touches. Just hit for us, Josh. Lose.
I'm the same, Das. I'm not going to overthink this. Give me the big silver side. $1.62 Tex Walker for 2 snags.
Silver side.
He's kicked 2, 70% of his last 10, the great form. Kicked 2 against the Lions both times they met last year. Again, not overthinking this. The Crows are up and about. Tex is up and about. He kicks 2. $1.62 is ludicrous for 2, don't you think?
They played Thursday night, then they're playing the last game Sunday. That's a juicy 10-day break.
10-day break.
That's a juicy
And
10-day.
big silver side will love a 10-day.
yeah.
We will. I'll be taking the captain for the Crows, Dawson. 25 touches at $1.68.
Dawson?
Look, he's Dawson. We're looking for a little bit of value here, and he's been pretty good the last 3 weeks. 31, 27, 24, just missed last week. But now that the Crows are starting to get going, he's starting to look like what he was earlier on last year. This is still a massive game for him. The Crows still need to win these next 2 or 3 just so they don't feel every game is like a final from now on in. So they just still want to try and get to that top 8 as fast as they can and try and hold themselves into a spot. But Dawson for 25 touches, you still think that this is a massive contest and he'll will himself on it and try and get those 25 touches, $1.68. Jeff, anything else?
Yeah, give me Isaac Rankin to kick 2 goals at $1.63. Your newest pyramid player. He's a fucking star. He's kicked 3, 4, 1, and 3 in his last 4. He kicked 3 on Adelaide Oval against Power last week. He gets the 10-day break. He kicked 2 on the Lions last year, and if Starcevic is still injured, he did his calf in the warm-up, and they're going to have that many blokes called up this week into the Brisbane side. They're not ready to go. This bloke makes blokes look dumb. So Isaac Ring makes players look stupid. So he'll kick 2 at $1.63, Adelaide Oval, Sunday night. Everyone will be watching. 3:30 Sunday. It's actually going to be an awesome game.
Fucking oath.
So, yeah, Lou.
Big final. Das, we need to take advantage of something here. Give me Mark the Wombat Keane for 15 disposals at $1.50. At $1.50. This bloke's thicker than Nahas. Das, tougher than a road apple.
Oh.
The Irishman, he's picked up footy like Jeff picks up a Mrs. Max with sauce, this bloke. Just loves the venue. His last 3, 17, 17, 23. This will come in so much next week, and we won't be able to put it in the multi. But this bloke loves the Adelaide Oval.
Is this the first time in the multi?
Mark Keane.
No, I think he's been in once before.
No way.
No,
He's only played like 5 games.
I reckon I had him the week that Das was away.
You had a beer with him at Gather Round, I think.
I had 100 on him.
Didn't he get drafted from the RSPCA?
The big wombat?
Yeah, the Wombat.
Injured, yeah. Endangered wildlife. If this doesn't hit,
The Irish Wombat. Well done, boys.
you'll see me on the side of the road if it
I've
doesn't.
got one more leg if this is the white one.
No, I've got one, then you go. Then all right, boys, we're taking Lockie Neal for 25 touches. He had 26 last year against the Crows. That's all you need to know. And he's averaged 30 disposals in his last 5 games at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of injuries, Brisbane. Fuck, you think he's just going to get... When he's on, he's one of the best clearance players in the AFL. Like, he's a pleasure to watch.
It's a work of art.
So I think he's going to have to go Oscar McInerney. They're still going to have that centre clearance side. So you still think he's going to get his hands on it. I still think they're going to lose the match, but I think he'll get his own 25 disposals, boys. I think this is a great leg. Jev?
So you got the white whale coming, Dust.
It's coming.
It's coming. I've got your lobster here.
Okay.
I've got your best value, your best dollar for dollar, pound for pound bet of the whole weekend.
Please.
The whole fucking weekend.
All right.
This is the best value you'll get all weekend.
Go on.
Jake Saligo, 25 touches at $1.85. $1.85 is the best value of the weekend, and it's impossible to say no. Last 5. 28.
What?
23.
Okay.
31,
What?
27,
What?
and 27.
What?
So he's 4 out of his last 5. He's had 25. At Adelaide Oval, he's had over 25 3 games in a row. 28, 31, 27. He's never had 25 against the Lions, but I think that changes this week. Jake Saligo wore the showdown medal last week. He's
Looked good in it.
He's the Zach Butters of the Crows.
Yep.
You watch this kid play, he looks exactly like Zach Butters. That is the best value in the multi, but it's time for the white whale.
Please, Das.
Das.
Give it to us.
So we decide to anchor in, boys. We're anchoring with one of the most biggest bets we've ever put on. This rivals the Josh Kennedy leg.
Yeah.
I think the same price as well. We need someone to step up. If this is the final leg, apart from Marquine coming into the final leg of the 100K,
I've already tipped.
I'm going absolute fucking bananas. Lockie Neal, 1 goal, $5.50. That is huge. Now, this is a leg. He's only kicked 1 goal this year.
Not enough.
Boo-hoo. Jev, please tell me what the midfielders have been doing against the Crows. Who's been eating?
Who have they played? Essendon, they all kick snags. Carlton, they all kick snags. Even North, they kick snags.
Yep. LDU, Cripps.
I didn't write this shit down.
Parish. They all did.
Merritt.
So, but this is the only stat because we know that history repeats itself. What round is it?
9.
Is it actually?
9.
Because round 9 in 2022, he played against the Crows at Adelaide Oval and he kicked a fucking snag. That is all you need to know. $5.50.
$5.50.
Someone has to kick him. Someone.
So, it's more
Brownlow
likely to
medalist,
kick
Jeff.
one. Charlie Curnow pays $3.90 for 4. So he's going to kick 4 against a good defense. And he's going to be a good chance. Lockie Neal to kick 1
Yeah, it's
is
huge.
$5.50.
It's huge.
What's the weather doing?
Oh my God, this is the closest we've ever got, I reckon. I know I say this a lot, but boys, that is the final leg of the multi. Let me read this out to you. Ladies and gentlemen, these are all the 25 legs in all their glory. Sit down, shut up, and have a listen to this. So we have 25 legs, $12.74 on this to win $100,000, $3.87. This is it, boys. Here we go. We start off with Essendon GWS because we're not touching Hawks and the Saints. So Finn Callahan, the local produce for 20. Andrew McGrath for 20. That's really good. The choir boy. Lockie Whitfield for 25. Jesse Hogan for 2. And Brett Daniels for 1. Marcus Bontempelli for 25. Bont for a goal. Jack McRae for 20. Adam Treloar for 25. And Aaron Norton for 2. Here we go. Noah Anderson for 25. Rao for 20. Paul Curtis for 1. Nick Larkey for 1. Harley Reid for 1. Dacos for 1. Bobby Hill for 2. Bring your towels, ladies. And Nick Dacos for 25. Isaac Rankin for 2. Taylor Walker for 2. Saligo for 25. Lockie Neal for 25. Dawson for 25. Mark Keane, the Wombat, for 15. Josh Dunkley for 20. And Lockie Neal for a snag to win us $100,000. Boys, that's the multi. I'm actually
exhausted.
Red
in the face.
Imagine finally just winning. That would be the ultimate. The time that we've been going back and watching this pod and just knowing that all the legs we said and all the intel was correct.
And seeing Mark Keane go down with a hammy.
Oh, that's going to be an awesome rewatch.
We'll be cancelled by the time we've made it.
Yeah,
I think it's good. Now, Jev, I do have something here before we get into. If you want to go
for the real listeners, the people are still tuning in now. If you've turned off because of 100k multis, I don't blame you.
let me know when you're done.
So I probably should have got this down to about 4 legs, 5 legs, but we will be doing a lot in the Discord.
I love this.
A lot in the Discord this week. I said, me and Jeff were having a chat, and I was like, why aren't we betting on just players? If you're trying to win the Coleman, most times last few years you're averaging around 3 goals a game.
Yeah.
You got to kick 2 or 3. Last week we know Jeremy Cameron missed completely, but most of the time these guys are death taxes 2 goals.
100%.
So I've just taken the top 8 guys for 2 goals.
This is good betting.
Awesome.
So Harry Mackay for 2.
Yep.
Kicked 3 in the first 5 minutes last week. Kerno for 2.
Yep.
Bailey Fritsch for 2.
Yep.
Deadeye.
Great.
Jeremy Cameron for 2 against Port.
Yep.
Josh Treacy for 2.
Yep.
He's averaging like 2.6 goals a game. Jesse Hogan for 2. Cole Langford for 2. He's averaging 2.6 a game.
Jesus.
And Ben King for 2.
That's good betting.
So that's 8 players for 2 goals. That's paying $12.96. That has to be a chance.
No, I love the Coleman medal.
Definitely
I nearly had Logan McDonald in there.
Yeah, look, you definitely could. But he was just averaging under. So I just took the guys who would well over 2.
Of course.
If they're over their
awesome
average, it's like
betting.
$12. So again, that's Harry, Charlie, Bailey Fritsch, Jeremy Cameron, Josh Treacy, Hogan, Langford, and Ben King.
So we're going to do a heap of stuff on the Insta for the games of the Thursday, Friday night and stuff. But if you're just looking at Carlton Melbourne, you two are Carlton supporters, and you're thinking of legs that might, singles. What's a leg that's going to stand out to you? What are Carlton struggling to do that you could see? Maybe Petrarca kicks 3, like Dacos kick 2, or does Kerno and Mackay kick 10 between them? What do you feel in this week?
I like history, and I love that things re-pop up, and I think the contest has been huge the last couple of weeks. So I'm talking about my man Blake Acres, Jev. We know he kicked that famous goal. Just for a snag in your multis, $3.
Love that.
He's been lively. I think $3 for a little multi-filler, that is one that jumps off the page to me. I'm always going to be extremely biased and look for Harry and Charlie. But as you did mention, Jeb, I think the 40 disposal markets are going to be absolutely huge in the next coming weeks. Sam Walsh at $7. We saw Cripps get 39-38 against the Giants. He's $19.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a really tough contest. Even Clayton Oliver can definitely get there. So I like the 40s. If you like a couple of guys to splash for a single goal, I think absolutely go for it.
I really like Tom DeConning to kick 1. I like Harry Mackay to kick 3 because I just like the way he's playing forward. And people are questioning Charlie Kerno's competitiveness this week and his body language and stuff. So I like him for 3 as well. So Mackay 3, Kerno 3, DeConning 1. You get $7.50.
You know what kills me on that one? You know, sometimes you've just got the matchup. Like you got Max Holloway. He's one of the best of all time. Just couldn't get through Volk 3 times.
Yeah.
Stephen May on Charlie. Like Stephen,
him.
He's a fucking.
He's
such a good. No, he's last like 3 times. Like Stephen May's so good. And that matchup, I think he just plays him really well. I hope he gets off the leash. But if I'm being serious, like that's probably the one time this week I probably won't bet on it.
Another one here. Cozzy Pickett's last 3 weeks, 2, 2, and 2. I'm getting $4 for 3.
Yep.
So he's just got to kick 1 more than what he's been kicking every week.
He kills us.
When he gets the chance, he cost them the final last year against the Blues. That has to be in his head.
Definitely.
Something like Cozzy for 3, Mackay.
Just had a child.
Mackay 3, and DeConning.
Looking at your anytime, my favourite bet is Max Gawn to kick a snag.
And Max Gawn.
One of our weaknesses, Darcy, is pitting net when the ruckman goes down forward. He cannot defend when he gets caught up and He wants to try and rotate off, but sometimes he can't.
Gives
Max
away too
Gawn
many
kicks
free-
one.
That's 30-1. Cozzy 3, Mackay 3, DeConning 1, Max Gawn 1.
And an absolute must at $1.34. You have to add Scarlett Johansson, Matt Owies for $1.34. $1.34 for any time is awesome.
All right, let's go to the next game.
Can we get Pitnet for 10 free kicks against the big dumb idiot?
Do you reckon Gorney will give him a buff? No, I like the 2 ruckman against Gorney. I reckon they'll beat him up again. So do Carlton win? Do they bounce back? Or are you nervous? Are you seriously
I'm nervous.
Yep. Very nervous.
You really don't want to lose, do you? You can't lose.
No,
you
you-
can't beat 4 last 5. Go
If
on a
we
Sydney-
do, and
go
then
on a
towel up
Sydney
the
next
Swans
week.
the week after, I'll be
The
happy.
problem is last year's happening all over again, and you just don't have that sort of fairy tale run 2 years in a row in September.
All right, Geelong, Port Adelaide. I'm pretty sure this is a GMHBA.
It is.
You're going to dollar. Geez, Port. What do you like Port in the points, Lou? No.
What's the points?
23.5.
Jeff, do you know what the bet is?
No.
Right.
Look me in the eye. Do you know what the... I'm waiting for it to click in your head. I think it's just clicked. There are some players that just get a hold of other players. I mentioned May. Yeah, I mentioned May and Kerno. Tom Hawkins licks his lips and wipes his ass with Brandon Zerk-Thatcher every goddamn time. Jev, 4, 5, and 6.
I've been waiting for this.
4, 5, and 6. This is the... What did he kick? 15 goals in 2 games against him last year?
Yeah, 8 and 7 against
This
him.
is the bet of the week.
So he hasn't kicked a goal in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so the prices are going up. This is perfect.
It's $1.70, $1.07 anytime. That should be about $1.50 for a bloke, but they know Zerk Thatcher's coming to town.
They know.
So you're getting $2.45 for 3, $5 for 4, 11 for 5, and 23 for 6. I reckon 11 for 5's right in that wheelhouse. I reckon he's kicking 5 on Zerk Thatcher. Who's going to Jeremy Cameron as well?
No, he'll play. No, Hawkins going to play so deep. I think, and then Cameron's going to play the same game like he did against North.
Or could you see Ollie Henry popping up for 5?
Oh, he does my head in.
Yeah, because he can play though.
Yeah, I know. I fucking
He can
hate
play,
him.
and he always pops up because they have to worry about Hawkins, Stengel, Cameron, Close. So that's our favourite leg of that game. Hawkins to kick his first bag of the year, around 6, looking 6. And then finally, Freo Swans.
Can we please just mention that the Swans have more guns than the Ukraine war at the moment? Like
Jesus.
that's how well they're doing.
Fair.
Oh, they were in down. I just had to crowbar it in eventually. Like it was,
Glorious.
I can't let that good stuff not get out onto the airwaves.
That's awesome.
Nah, we're doing it different, aren't we? We are doing it.
What, the pod? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, no, we're doing it backwards and no one's listening at this moment.
No, this is the game last year off the top of my head when
Freo gave us the
Errol
buff.
had 30 and 2 or 30 and 3 over there. Remember he kicked that long goal on his left foot from 50?
Well, I know
was
they
that,
gave...
was that 2 years ago?
No, it might have been. They gave us a bit of a... he had 39. You're right. 39.
And 2.
Round 9 last year. If he kicked 2,
I
that's...
swear to God he had 39 and 2.
Freo came to the SCG and gave us a touch-up last year.
You just beat him. I swear to God over there.
Who do you want to know about?
Errol Goulden against Freo. He had like a monster game.
Yeah, he had 39 and 2.
There you go. Good memory, Das.
Well done, Das.
39 2 in a loss. Well done, Das.
This is the game when we went to do it and you said it's at Marvel.
Yeah.
You're like,
I like
Freo and Sydney at Marvel.
Fucking hell.
I like
Only
possessions. I like all the disposals. All of them to have 25. Caleb, Brayshaw, Young, Errol, Heaney, Chad. I like them all. How's this for a multi? This can't win.
How's this for a multi? Let's go the big boys.
Rain.
Oi.
Storms.
Ah, shit.
24 and Storms. So that could get away with
Hey,
nothing.
we
but
gave GWS a touch-up in the wet last week.
How would this have been, though? Tracy for 2, Jai Miss 2, Logan McDonald 2, and Papley for 2. That pays 10 to 1.
that's nice.
I like Tracy.
That's
I like
nice.
Logan. Yeah.
Isn't Tracy a tall tree?
Yeah.
he's
Tall
huge.
cup of jizz.
Oh, we got no Tom McCartan this week. I like Tracy to
Yeah.
get a bit of a hold of us. It's going to be a real midfield battle. It's going to look a lot like Carlton Freo did at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
They're not going to let us just like torch them.
They play
And ball
rugby.
movement and they
What's
play
the
a bit of
under
rugby. Yeah, what's the over-under? Have a
Let's look at the total
sniff
of
at that.
Tease that by 30.
157. Geez, that's not much. That's telling you it's going to rain. That's under 80 apiece.
Give that, what do you give that? 30 points?
That's a heap. Oh, so you want to go up to 180
Under
and under?
Under for
171. Yeah, it's a no-touch job.
no touch job.
It's a no-touch
You
job.
know what this just
Yeah, look.
screams for me, though? Like, gather round in the wet. Papley against Richmond, he kicked 5.
25 and had 6.
He's 5 goals at 31. Papley, the fact that Hayward kicked 4 last week, it's going to be open for some small at some stage.
Nah, that's my one thing about the Swans. I said on the roast, I would rather have
All of them for
Logan.
25 and 1?
No, just anytime. Papley, Haywood, Heaney, Amadi, Warner, McLean, Wicks, and Errol for 1. I reckon that's more likely than like Papley 5. Getting the $24 for that, I know it's a lot, but that is more of a chance. They always pop up. But if it's raining, I probably wouldn't touch all 9 of them, but it's got to be a chance.
Oh, I've got a fucking little multi for you guys. Oh, it's
I guess the Mickey Frederick game.
too short. But the fact that Sean Darcy, I think he's out with a calf. Luke Jackson will be playing predominantly ruck. And how we did last time against North for 20 and 2, that's 360. I just think if you like him, the athleticism, last couple of times he's played that full ruck position, he's unbelievable, boys.
I've bet on athleticism.
Bro,
before.
what about Brody Grundy for 1 goal against him? It's 6-1.
That I like
Is that
a
what
lot.
he's paying?
6-1 for a snag.
100%.
They're
That's
all
a
sort of
gem.
sprinkled.
Hey, so I know no one's listening now.
No, I've stopped listening.
No, so we are doing something. You got to be on our Discord to
Yep.
get it this week. We're only posting on the Discord, not on the story. We'll post the very first one on the story
Like it.
Thursday night,
Yep, this is
and then
good.
it's Discord only. So I am going to try and a 2-1 multi on every game of the weekend.
Yep.
So it's going to be $2. But I'm going to try and double money
Yep.
from $10.
Yep.
I'm going to try and double it over the 9.
Yep.
So 10 to 20, 40, 80, 160, 320,
What?
640,
What?
1280,
yeah, 1280,
What?
24,
25, 60.
2560. We'll win $2,000 if we can double 10.
Any checkpoints in there?
Oh, yeah, we'll have to.
$10 checky.
Yeah.
It's just, if
And
I turn
I-
into 20, I might take me money.
And
now.
I'm going to be putting
Discord only.
Discord only, a $3 multi on every single game, and you are not going to want to miss it because Jev, if we win 3, what are we?
We're even.
If we win 4,
Profit.
5,
We're dancing.
6,
We're 69ing.
with your dead dog. That's it. Hey,
No, so you just see on our Discord this week, I'm just going to go a 2-1 multi. Like, if I go to Melbourne Blues right now, and I sort of want to have a result, like legit a line bet in there. Like, Blues to win at $2, 10. Nah. I'll find a leg.
Get 10-1 on points bet.
I'll find a
Free
leg.
plug for you.
Really?
also, I wasn't kidding in the monologue. Is there any sponsors out there that want to get their name on this pod? Let us know. Anyone. If you want your name to be read out,
Yeah, like individuals. Like they just want to sponsor this pod.
we'll
as
do
an
a shout out
individual.
list.
If you send us $5, we'll
$5.
shout you out.
Simon Garlic.
Boys, hell of a pod.
Awesome pod. Tapered late.
So let's just hope that
Tapered late.
Hipwood gets some of that Greek yogurt.
2-1, money back if any leg fails. Carlton plus 17.5.
That's cash.
Into Harry Mackay to kick 2.
Well done, Jeff.
There's me first leg.
I'll put your Nan Super on that. Hey, happy Mother's Day for all the mums out there. If I don't get round to your house, make sure you give her a kiss for me.
Author is phone sundress.
Chili, baby back ribs.
Swans win by 15 points.
Blues don't shirk it and we win by 10 points.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.